The Democratic Party is one of America's two largest political parties and is the oldest political party that still exists today. It started out as the Democratic-Republican Party, which was founded in 1791, but later formed its own party in 1828 after the Democratic-Republican Party dissolved. The Democratic Party has many liberal goals. The people's concerns are our concerns, so we try to focus on the major issues at hand, such as national security, equality, voting rights, clean energy, healthcare, and creating jobs. One of the core values of the Democratic Party is equality for all. We believe that regardless of your ethnicity, sexual orientation, gender, religion, or age, everyone deserves equal opportunity and treatment. Thus, one of this party's many goals is for these values to be present in all aspects of society. But just how does this party plan to enforce this? One way is through the support and passage of legislation protecting the rights of minorities. This is also done through the campaigns such as the campaign against the Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy, fighting for equality for people of all sexual orientations in the Army. Everyone has a right to be treated equally, and we hope to be able to make this happen. Many Democratic goals go hand in hand with the idea of equality for everyone. For one, the Democratic Party firmly believes in equal opportunity to education for everyone, mainly focusing on the socioeconomic gap between families across the nation. To combat this inequality, the Democratic Party came up with the No Child Left Behind program. The No Child Left Behind Act, which reauthorized the Elementary and Secondary Education Act, requires that schools meet certain standards in order to receive the funding they need. This ensures that schools will strive to meet their requirements and provide each student with the education that they deserve. Democrats are committed on leading our future generation offspring to the path of success. Our goal is to provide the best education and necessary supplies to help jumpstart our economy. Another goal of the Democratic Party is to ensure that each and every person's votes are counted regardless of who they are. Many people are unable to vote in elections. If access to polls throughout the nation is accepted, a larger amount of the American people can give their input into the nation's future. The Democrats are doing what they can to develop a simpler method for voting polls, and we're eager on working to promote an established election system that is easily attainable and unrigged, as well as making sure that the system guarantees that all eligible U.S. citizens can vote and that every vote is taken into account. We will keep working on ways in securing equal voting rights for each and every American. In recent decades, national security has been a huge concern for our nation. What with the 9/11 attacks in 2001 and the continued strains with the Middle East, it's a risk to let our guard down. Democrats are concentrating on eliminating terrorism throughout the world. We will continue to do our best to keep nuclear weapons out of the hands of terrorist groups, continue to monitor border security, and strengthen the defense of our national security. As Democrats, our goal is to establish alliances with foreign nations in which our interests align, as well as the enemies we mutually dislike. That's why one of our top priorities is to fight terrorism and invest in national defense. We will make sure that our troops have the support and arms they need as they are deployed to fight against terrorist groups and provide for their family until they finally return back. While our economy is relatively stable right now, there's always a chance that it will drop off as it did in 2008. That's why we are focused on keeping the economy stable and creating more jobs. We also aim to end tax loopholes for larger businesses and cut taxes for smaller businesses, as well as banking on energy-efficient resources. The Democrats firmly believe that we are in the right path of rebuilding our economy and preventing inflation.
This has been a public service announcement for the Young Democrats of America. Together we stand, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Vote for the Democratic Party.